Hello, truth seekers. Lawrence here, and welcome to Easy Enlightenment. So, the reason we are struggling in our lives is because we are only figuring out the surface remedy to solve the problem rather than uprooting the root of the problem. So, until we uproot the root itself is gonna create, further problem, further suffering in life. Yes, when we are seeking for the surface solution, yes, it feels easy, and it also feels that the problem is kind of dissolving momentarily, for sure, and that momentary freedom feels like that's the way to do it, and we keep doing the same thing again and again. So when we have to participate in the same way again and again, that means those struggle, the mental struggle and the physical struggle, is going to keep resurfacing. So that means we are allowing ourselves to go through that again and again. So until we uproot the root, we ourselves is allowing the pain and suffering to continue in our lives. So if you don't want to struggle mentally, emotionally, then we really have to investigate to, eliminate the root altogether. So whatever suffering we are going through, whatever mental pain, mental suffering, we are going through right now, we can use that. We don't have to find special stuff to, eliminate the conflict, the mental conflict and fear. We can use our present mental stress, and we can use that to trace it back to figure out the root cause of that stress, and we also need to eliminate the root as well. Eliminating the root means we are anchoring in a certain belief or certain meaning in life to continue that suffering. There's always the deeper reason, deeper belief that is ingrained in us. Because of that, the suffering continues. So we have to really look into that, ingrained belief meanings, and we have to trace it back. Why am I attached to this meaning? And you follow back. Following back the meaning, tracing back the meaning backward is the way to dismantle the mind, dismantle the meaning, to, move towards the state of no meaning, And when we are there, then that is, pretty much the mental freedom. But not to lose that, no mind, no meaning, no belief, is through, again, tracing back your mind backward and asking yourself, who am I? So when you start to trace your mind backward with today, looking into your mental stress, whatever stress is there in your life, you trace it back. And, make a habit of tracing back. If you're new to the flow, you trace it back, and then next day you have another conflict, trace it back, and eventually you have to trace it back to all your ingrained belief in yourself, the belief that you have in you. You have to trace it back all the way until no further tracing back can be done. And then when you ask yourself, who am I? That who am I is gonna click in a way that all mental stress will just dissolves. the grip of that mental struggle will just drop itself, because who am I is gonna make you see the plain sight truth. And that's the way to be free from the mind. And being free from the mind will help us to be part of the relative world, the functioning world, in a peaceful manner, with ease, without holding back the fear. Okay, so look into one of your stress, whatever is there, and trace it back and see how far you can trace it back, and see what you can see by tracing back today. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Hope this video makes sense. Yeah, take care and enjoy tracing back the mind.